Hello, everyone. Today I'm here with a wonderful singer from England, a countertenor, Pete Rawcliffe. Welcome to my channel. It's so nice to have you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate you taking the time and interviewing me today. So thank you very much.
Some people don't know you yet, so would you please tell something about yourself and what kind of history you have with music and singing?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Pete. I'm from the UK. I'm from the south of UK, in a place called Devon, a county called Devon, where there's lots of hills and greenery and really beautiful surroundings. And I've been singing for a long time. Myself was surrounded by these amazing female singers and a few male singers, but mostly female singers.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try and copy them.
Yeah.
I wanted to try and emulate that sound that they created. I remember on a cassette that my nan had was a recording of The Phantom of the Opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
And Sarah Brightman was there playing the role of Christine Daae. And of course, she has this, this soprano voice, this classical soprano voice.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that music, like that incredible sound, like that almost gothic feeling with this soprano voice, it just blew me away, completely blew me away. These wonderful voices, these amazing sounds that just led me to want to sing all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that if I had that exposure, I would have started singing properly. So I didn't receive any formal training really until I was maybe 15, 16. Maybe a little bit younger at some point, with piano as well. But then it was all musical theatre, and it was all like musical theatre-based theatrics, all the greats for musical theatre that I studied and I wanted to sing like, and I wanted to be like, and I had that beautiful buzz, which was fantastic for a couple of years. I did a little bit of classical training in bel canto at the time as well, but not very much, just touched on it. So I started my training up again probably 3 or 4 years ago now, with an amazing teacher in Exeter called Louisa. Louisa Morgan, she's called now, and at least had her old name, so she won't forgive me for that. And we've been working together now for quite some time. We've been really developing on the classical skills, and the way that we can produce that sound as a countertenor, and really further my voice progress in that way. So that's kind of where I am, in terms of training. I've had lots of different lessons with lots of different people, some in the metal industry. Chiara from Therion, we had some time together. David Axon, who I've had some time to work with him in the past as well. Aliki, who is a great singer in the industry. She taught me some distortion and some harsh vocals for just one lesson. So I kind of dabbled with different teachers. Always stuck with Louisa because she knows my voice through and through. I remember watching on TV a Nightwish video with Tarja. It was Nemo, and you probably know Tarja very well, being in Finland. You've heard of her and stuff, of course, being in the metal industry. And that for me was the time when I thought, I'd love to combine like my voice in that as well. It kind of led me on a journey to discovery with music, but it wasn't until a couple of years ago on Instagram, and I started doing covers of metal bands and just little covers in my kitchen, in my bedroom, really like low-key things, that I thought, actually, I really want to do this full time. So this outing with Crown Solace is kind of like my first introduction to a piece of proper music in the metal industry with my voice.
So let's talk about your music. A little bit over a week ago, you released a single, and it's from your band Crown Solace, and it's called Horizons. Would you please tell something about that project?
Yeah, sure. So the guys, Val and Callum, who are the other two guys in the band, they are fantastic, and they approached me some time ago now after the exit of their other singer, and they asked, would I like to take on the role of the lead vocalist? And I said, look, let's throw a few things together, let's see how it works, because you might not like my style, and it might not gel properly, but It did. It worked really, really well. They had the song already prepared. A lot of the vocal melodies were already written. There were a few that needed a bit of a change, or I felt like I could add a little bit of something different to them. So I modified them ever so slightly.
Yeah.
We kind of moved the lyrics around, and yeah, we released the song. They actually are in Scotland, and I'm in the south of England, so we're kind of at the other end of the country.
Yeah.
But I travelled up to see them, to record the music video, to get to meet them, and to really kind of like gel as a band, and it was fantastic. We had a great time. It was good. It was short and sweet because we had to get everything done. We had to get it all released. But yeah, the song has been really well received so far. Horizons has been really, really well received. A lot of people saying that it's a new lease of life for symphonic metal, and a point of difference, because there's kind of never really been a true full countertenor in that genre specifically before.
Yeah.
I know there's people like King Diamond and Yanis from Beast in Black who use that a lot. But specifically for me and my type of voice, it's kind of never happened before. So yeah, it's a great venture so far, great project.
Sounds great. And what are you going to do next with Crown Solace?
Good question. Really good question.
Are you going to perform live?
And we would like to perform live at some point. At the moment, with one song, there's not enough material for us to go and do a live show, unless we were going to introduce covers. And speaking for the guys, I'm not sure if they feel the same way, but I don't think that that's something that we would want to do. And we'd want to kind of have our own material to go live with. So what we really wanted with Horizons was to gauge the interest and to see how well it would go down. And it's gone down really well. So I know that Val's got some other things in the pipeline. Nothing's been set in stone yet. Nothing's been kind of like recorded over or ready to be, finalized. But we have got things in the pipeline. We don't want to leave it too long. We want to kind of get something else out there. So I think for now, we're going to just release a couple more singles, maybe with a few different elements to them, just to see whether or not they shine through and whether or not people like them. And then maybe we'll go to do an EP as well. And then maybe some live shows.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you have any other projects going on? Do you do classical music, for example?
So the classical world is difficult. Difficult. And although I sing with classical technique sometimes, I wouldn't say I'm a classical singer. You have to be very disciplined. You have to be very structured, very, very good at what you do. And I haven't got that discipline. So although my voice has classical elements, the lower larynx, the open vowel shapes, the big sound that comes out, I don't always use that. And I certainly would not classify myself as an opera singer or a classical singer, because that kind of does just disjustice to those that have trained so hard to be in that position. But I do use classical elements, and I love to sing classical music. So there are some concerts that I've done in the past that have involved classical music, that maybe I'll do again soon. Who knows? And I'm actually working on a song for a competition and a project at the moment, which is in a lyrical voice. So there's certainly other things going on with that. I've got a few more things up my sleeve as well. There's another metal project that I can't give too much away about at the moment. That's going to involve a few other people. And that's going to be really, really exciting. You'll have heard of a few names involved in that, which is lovely. And there's another metal project, which is going to be really, really out there and different and wild, which I'm excited about. And then there's a couple of musical theatres projects with a really lovely guy from Ireland that I'm working on, that I need to get back into. And there's a nice, amazing ambient kind of chill out project as well that I've been involved with, A Better Life. We have some other stuff coming up as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting that on the go again. And if there's anybody else, I'm sorry, there's Will from Golden World Archive. Sorry, I forgot to mention you there. I'm on the second album with them as one of the characters there. So if I've forgotten something, I'm really sorry, but that sounds about the amount of things I'm going with at the moment. So yeah, a lot going on, but really, really exciting stuff. And it's all really different as well, which is nice because it kind of like broadens the spectrum.
Well, it sounds like you're a very busy man.
I like to be busy. I really like to be busy. I can't stand standing around and doing nothing. I have to be active all the time.
You have a very special voice type and range for a male singer. I've heard that only 1% of singers have that kind of voice type, countertenor. At what point of your singing career or education you found out that you are a countertenor, and how wide actually that range is. Can you also sing low notes, or is it like, if you compare it to female singers, would it be like mezzo soprano or alto?
Okay. So most male singers have a falsetto, which is an upper extension of their range. And I won't get into technology because I will get it wrong, so I'll keep it safe. But most male singers can go up above their chest voice. So where I sing, I am particularly high for a countertenor. Louisa will tell me I can go up to the E. I can usually safely go up to the C, which is the soprano C. So I'd probably, if I was singing in a female range, be classified as a dramatic mezzo soprano, or maybe a soprano, depending on what day it is, because some days the high notes are easier than others. But yeah, I can still sing low. So I still have a range in my chest voice. I can go down low if I want to, but I don't use it very often because my strengths lie definitely within that countertenor, which is up quite high.
So I want to ask you that, what do you know about Finland, and do you know any Finnish musicians?
Yeah, so obviously Finland really interests me because of Nightwish. You know, they were a huge inspiration for me, especially in the metal industry. And I know they're from a place called Kiti. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you know, that's like a smallish little town, and I'm aware of that. I know that it's very cold there. You've got a lot of snow, which is nice. And you know, part of that lovely Scandinavian region with all the fjords and things like that. And it's definitely somewhere that's on my list. And I wanted to go. What I really wanted to go for was, they have these beautiful igloo type things up in the north of Finland, where you can go and see the northern lights.
Yeah, Lapland.
Lapland, yeah, of course, yeah. And I would love to go there. So that's kind of on my list of places to visit. Also Helsinki, you know, the Hartwell Arena, beautiful. Like, I'd love to see a show there as well. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, it's on my list, and I will make it one day. I will make it one day, I promise. And maybe we'll get a coffee, you never know.
You have to come here someday.
See, you sing as well, you know, and you're fantastic at singing. I've listened to your solo stuff, like your own stuff. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't ever stop doing it. Like, I love it. I love listening to it.
Thanks so much. Actually, I'm doing a duet next. I'm releasing it before summer, and I have a real opera singer singing with me. He's a bass baritone.
And the contrast of the voice will be lovely with you and him. Yeah,
you will hear it later. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us?
I just want to take the opportunity to say that, you know, for anyone that's listening, if anyone that hasn't heard the music yet, just give it a try, give it a listen. The response so far has been overwhelming, and we're also very thankful to have had that kind of feedback already. And the song is only a week old, and it's only got the chance to grow and grow and grow. So thank you for listening, and for giving me a platform to talk today, and to kind of say that we are just really happy with the way that things are going so far, and we want to do more. So share, promote, talk about us, because hopefully we'll get another record out soon. And it might come with another video, you never know. I'd like to see the guys again, and we'd like to do that. So yeah, just thank you so much. So thank you so much for your time. It was so great to have you here, and I wish you all the best with music and everything, and I hope to see you someday in Finland also. Thank you. You too. That would be lovely. Thank you for having me, and yeah, take care. All the best. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.